Hey guys, it's Justin from Simplified Investing. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. This is our weekly watch list video highlighting a few stocks we are watching, as well as a key market breakdown to help you guys crush this week. Enjoy. So, let's start things by breaking down QQQ. As you guys know, QQQ is the NASDAQ index. If you guys recall, from this weekly watch list video, I said the slam lower, if we're in a true strong uptrend and a bull trend, which we are, this should get bought into and we should see follow through. Mentioned that last week, we should also see follow through, and we got just that. The fact that we slammed lower, we put in a weekly higher low off of the beginning of February, or excuse me, the beginning of January, shows that the bulls are still in control. We get a nice hammer candle follow through, and then we break out. So similar to a cup formation here on this weekly chart, this aggressive sell-off instantly bought up, showing that buyers are in control. Now, even when we go into the 4 hour here, and let's go like this, and we'll turn off the extended hours so you guys can see it easier. We form this short-term downtrend, higher, lower highs and lower lows. You can clearly see that. Then we shift. Right here's the first shift, where we form a higher low off of here, new high, come down a higher low off of here, and now you can see we're just staggering and making higher lows. From the daily chart perspective, for Monday and in this week, eyeing longs back over this high here for this 2-bar pullback, and then move back up into this 454.69 highs, or below 450.15 on Monday. We can roll over, and I do think we could retest this breakout area right around that 446.50 area. So keeping both these on watch. Something for you guys to note too is if this just fails and we don't break above this high, this is a very weak daily chart candle, and then we can roll over again, as mentioned, into that 446.64 area. It's definitely something for you guys to keep on watch, a nice setup that you guys can take advantage of. The first play that I really like here is going to be Tesla. Now, we gapped up here and we formed a lower high, and then we formed a lower low. So yes, short-term downtrend, but we formed the first attempted higher low. So we tried to push up here, form a higher low off of this low on the daily, and if we go into the hourly, you can see the same thing. We have a downtrend, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Now I'm watching for this higher low to hold back over 179.90, eyeing this pivot right around that 187.52 area. And from the weekly chart, this makes sense. We attempted to break down, we failed to break down and trigger below this weekly bar low. Over its high with minimal drawdown, I do think we can see that upside move up into that 187 pivot here this week. And going to be my main watch here this week on this attempted daily higher low. Failed breakdown here, similar to what we got here for the move up, higher low here, and now I'm eyeing this back up into this 187 area pivot where we bounced and then we failed and rolled over. The next one, a nice setup here. It's going to be Apple. We clearly have a downtrend here, gap up, higher low, curl, and now we're trying to fail that breakdown here. Not seeing much until back over 190.60. If you guys saw on Instagram, this was also a watch that I had on watch. This break, retest 190.60 for a trade up into 192, and then 195 overhead, which is just where this pivot comes from on the daily chart. I like this also. Let's go into the weekly chart. This is a prime example of a 3-bar play. So a big bar, consolidation, and then follow through. I do think this has some room to the upside here as long as we're back over 190.61, and ideally this weekly bar high right around 191.14. We can test higher into this pivot from over here. And even from the 4 hour structure, we're in a clear uptrend, a spike up, consolidation, and now we're trending again here. So going to be keeping this one on watch over that break and retest of 190.61. Now, the next one that I'm watching is going to be Meta. I'm watching this really to form a higher low as well. We get this push down, we get this nice buying after this failed breakdown here on 430, then on 5-1, strong bull bar, continuation, put in the higher low. We failed this breakout here to trap the initial longs. But then we're trying to put in this higher low here. So over 472.55, eyeing this long with a target into 480.50 and overhead into like this 490 area, which is really just a retest of this big zone right here. So if you see all of this structure right here, likely going to pose as some resistance. I'm eyeing us to at least test back into that area here this week. And let's remove this. And then when we go into the weekly chart, it makes sense if we can break its high for that continuation. We formed this attempted higher low on the weekly, but if this just fails, it's likely to trap shorts and then push this higher. Really, it doesn't trigger that lower high signal until back below this weekly bar's low. The next one I'm going to be keeping on watch, going to be Netflix. A nice breakdown in filling this pattern here with a nice cup formation. We formed this consolidation, which is really just a push up in a flag. So if you visualize it like this, we get this move up, and then we're just in this flag pattern here. Watching for this breakout to continue over 623 with room up into that 630 area here this week, and then 636.44. That is going to be a watch here definitely this week. It's tried multiple times to break down. Choppy consolidation. We finally get a breakthrough, eyeing back over that 623 area. And from the weekly chart, as mentioned, a nice push, and then this cup formation back up into that upside region. And then the last one, I'm sure all of you have been watching it, but GME, I'm eyeing short back below 2059 if we're in a strong trend structure. So let's say we gap up a little bit and then we get sell pressure all day, eyeing that short back into 1831 to fill into this area here. Not something that's going to be really on watch. It's just something I wanted to note for a setup. The IV on these contracts are insane. They aren't going to move much, but I am eyeing put potential back below 2059 on this failed hammer to initially trap some longs here and then roll over to the downside. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you guys have a great week. And if you are interested in joining the team, feel free to reach out or check out our site that is going to be linked in the description below. Thank you guys and have a great day.